Dear students, a very warm welcome to all of you to Angrejimaster, your own YouTube channel. At the very outset, I would like you to picturize how a baby takes its first step. A bit reluctant, bit shaky, bit nervous, it takes the step. But suddenly, it falls down before it can take the second one. And then, it looks here and there. What does it look for? Does it succeed? If yes, how? His First Flight by Liam O'Flaherty is a true parable about overcoming inhibitions and fears in life. As they say, a journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step, but that single step is the most difficult to take. The present story is a subtle psychoanalysis of a bird, why it was not ready to fly, and what made it take the leap finally. And through that bird, the story analyzes the psychology of human beings too. A writer of extraordinary storytelling ability and powers of observation, Liam O'Flaherty was born on August 28, 1896 in Ireland. He was a novelist and short story writer of avant-garde. He served on the Western Front as a soldier in the Irish Guard and was badly injured in action. He was considered to be a major figure in the Irish literary renaissance. Let's have a quick look at the key points of the story. It is an interesting story of a young seagull who was afraid of flying. He did not have any confidence and was full of pessimism. His parents, his brothers and sister encouraged him, scolded him, tempted him, taunted him to make his first flight possible. But he could not collect enough courage to fly. He was left alone and for 24 hours he got nothing to eat. He was extremely hungry and looked at his mother for some food. She picked up a piece of fish and flew across him. The sight of food maddened him. He dived. He cried out of fear. His wings opened up automatically. He flapped his wings and made his first flight. He was joined by his family in his first flight. His family praised him for his efforts and offered him scraps of dogfish as reward. The main theme of the story is self-dependence. Sub-themes are self-belief, confidence, resilience, and motivation. Now let's read the story and do its line-by-line explanation. The young seagull was alone on his ledge. His two brothers and his sister had already flown away the day before. He had been afraid to fly with them. Somehow, when he had taken a little run forward to the brink of the ledge and attempted to flap his wings, he became afraid. The great expanse of sea stretched down beneath, and it was such a long way down, miles down. He felt certain that his wings would never support him, so he bent his head and ran away back to the little hole under the ledge where he slept at night. The young bird was alone on the shelf of a cliff. His three siblings, two brothers and a sister, had already taken their first flight. He had been scared, though he took a little run forward to the edge and tried to flap his wings. He became nervous, probably because of the spread of sea and the height he was at. He had no confidence on his wings' ability to support him. Hanging his head in shame, he ran away back to his little hole. Even when each of his brothers and his little sister, whose wings were far shorter than his own, ran to the brink, flapped their wings and flew away, he failed to muster up courage to take that plunge which appeared to him so desperate. His father and mother had come round calling to him shrilly, upbraiding him, threatening to let him starve on his ledge unless he flew away. But for the life of him, he could not move. Despite his younger sibling's success, whose wings were shorter, he was unable to gather strength enough to do so, as it seemed quite terrible to him. His parents had come around angrily scolding him and warning to let him die of hunger there unless he took his first flight. But no amount of coaxing seemed to be working, as he was scared to death. That was 24 hours ago. Since then, nobody had come near him. The day before, all day long, he had watched his parents flying about with his brothers and sister, perfecting them in the art of flight, teaching them how to skim the waves and how to dive for fish. He had, in fact, seen his older brother catch his first herring and devour it, standing on a rock while his parents circled around, raising a proud cackle. And all morning the whole family had walked about on the big plateau midway down the opposite cliff, taunting him with his cowardice. The young seagull was almost deserted by his family. Nobody went closer to him for 24 hours. The earlier day, he had observed his parents training his siblings how to glide above the waves and how to dive for fish. He had, in fact, seen his elder brother enjoying eating his first catch, standing on a rock while his family appreciating his brother. Throughout the morning, his entire family was teasing him and jeering at him from the big plateau midway down the opposite cliff for his being timid and spineless. The sun was now ascending the sky, blazing on his ledge that faced the south. He felt the heat because he had not eaten since the previous nightfall. He stepped slowly out to the brink of the ledge and, standing on one leg with the other leg hidden under his wing, he closed one eye, then the other, and pretended to be falling asleep. Still, they took no notice of him. He saw his two brothers and his sister lying on the plateau, dozing with their heads sunk into their necks. His father was preening the feathers on his white back. Only his mother was looking at him. She was standing on a little high hump on the plateau, her white breast thrust forward. Now and again she tore at a piece of fish that lay at her feet, and then scraped each side of her beak on the rock. The sight of the food maddened him. How he loved to tear food that way, scraping his beak now and again to wet it. With the ascent of the sun, mercury was shooting up. That was almost burning his ledge that faced the south. Hunger made the heat unbearable for him. Poor creature had not eaten anything since the previous nightfall. He slowly reached the edge of the ledge. Standing on one leg with the other leg hidden under his wing, he closed one eye, then the other. He acted as if he was falling asleep. But of no avail. They ignored him. He saw his siblings sleeping. His father was grooming his feathers. Only his mother looked at him while standing on a little protrusion on the plateau. She was tearing a piece of fish and then scraping each side of a beak on the rock. The very sight of the food made him impatient. He went down the memory lane, recalling tearing food and sharpening his beak that way. Ga, ga, ga! He cried, begging her to bring him some food. Gokula! She screamed back derisively, but he kept calling plaintively. And after a minute or so, he uttered a joyful scream. His mother had picked up a piece of the fish and was flying across to him with it. He leaned out eagerly, tapping the rock with his feet, trying to get nearer to her as she flew across. But then She was just opposite to him. She halted, her wings motionless, the piece of fish in her beak almost within reach of his beak. He waited a moment in surprise, wondering why she did not come nearer, and then, maddened by hunger, he dived at the fish. With a loud scream, he fell outwards and downwards into space. He pleaded his mother sorrowfully to bring him some food, but she shouted at him in contempt, ridiculing him. After a moment, what he saw made him scream happily. His mother had picked up a piece of the fish and was flying across to him with it. He tilted out impatiently, hitting the rock with his feet, trying to get nearer to her as she flew across. But when she was just in front of him, she paused. The food that she brought, piece of fish in her beak, was almost within the reach of his beak. For a moment he waited, but then, unable to hold himself any further, he dived at the fish. His mother successfully lured him into her trap. With a loud scream, he fell outwards and downwards into the space. Then a monstrous terror seized him, and his heart stood still. He could hear nothing. But it only lasted a minute. The next moment he felt his wings spread outwards. The wind rushed against his breast feathers, then under his stomach and against his wings. He could feel the tips of his wings cutting through the air. He was not falling headlong now. He was soaring gradually downwards and outwards. He was no longer afraid. He just felt a bit dizzy. The young seagull was in the grip of a nerve-wracking fright. So scared was he that his heart almost stopped beating. He could hear nothing, but it only lasted for a minute. The next moment he felt his wings spread outwards. He could feel the wind beating against his body and the tips of his wings cutting through the air. Amazingly, he was not falling uncontrollably now. He was soaring gradually downwards and outwards. Although he was feeling a bit dizzy, he was no longer afraid of the exercise. Then he flapped his wings once and he soared upwards. Ga ga ga, ga ga ga, gokhala. His mother swooped past him, her wings making a loud noise. He answered her with another scream. Then his father flew over him screaming. He saw his two brothers and his sister flying around him, curveting and banking and soaring and diving. Then he completely forgot that he had not always been able to fly and commended himself to dive and soar and curve, shrieking shrilly. He was near the sea now, flying straight over it, facing straight out over the ocean. He saw a vast green sea beneath him, with little ridges moving over it, and he turned his beak sideways and cawed amusedly. Beating his wings against the wind, he rose upwards. His mother dived past him, making loud happy noises as if encouraging him. He reciprocated with another scream. Then his entire family started flying around him. They started leaping and tilting and soaring and diving in sky to seize the moment. Conquering his fear as he ventured forth, he completely forgot that he had not always been able to fly. He was enjoying making loud noises. Reaching closer to the sea now, he looked at it. There was a vast green sea beneath him, with little mounds moving over it. Being overwhelmed with excitement, he started making cawing sounds happily. His parents and his brothers and sister had landed on this green flooring ahead of him. They were beckoning to him calling shrilly. He dropped his legs to stand on the green sea. His legs sank into it. He screamed with fright and attempted to rise again, flapping his wings. But he was tired and weak with hunger, and he could not rise, exhausted by the strange exercise. His feet sank into the green sea, and then his belly touched it, and he sank no farther. He was floating on it, and around him his family was screaming, praising him, and their beaks were offering him scraps of dogfish. He had made his first flight. All of them were in a celebratory mood. His family had landed on this green flooring ahead of him and started calling him there. The moment he dropped his legs to stand on the green sea, his legs sank into it. He shouted out of fear and tried to rise again, but being exhausted and hungry, he could not do so. Then his belly touched the sea and he sank no farther. He was floating on it, and his family was appreciating him and offering him pieces of dogfish as a reward. After all, he had made his first flight. The story metaphorically states the importance of self-dependence. It very beautifully brings to the fore the significance of breaking the shell and coming out of the comfort zone to achieve success. Motivation has to be provided in a subtle manner. Parents of the seagull had tried to cajole and threaten him in different ways, but that did not work. The mother knew well how to lure him out with food, and that motivation worked, leading him from what seemed to be a terror to his first flight. Spoon feeding doesn't work infinitely. One has to learn to be on one's own. The story very subtly brings out the message: give a man a fish and you feed him for a day. Teach a man to fish and you feed him for a lifetime. Dear friends, hope you found the video useful. Please like, share and subscribe our channel Angrejimaster. For latest updates, do press the bell icon. See you soon. Thank you.